Coming up on the Sports Desk, ding, 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 it's round one of the CIF high school football playoffs. See if our teams can knock out the competition and move on to the next round. Plus, the Elko men's basketball team is perfect to start the season. Can they stay perfect against the Southwestern Jaguars? Highlights, scores, and so much more coming up next. Welcome to the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Byron Newsome. Not only can you find me here, but you can find me on Instagram and Twitter as well. That's at Byron Newsome TV. You can find behind the scenes and on the scenes looks of everything that's going on in the Torrance area. In 2015, the West High Warriors finished the season with a 6-5 record and lost in the first round of the playoffs. This year, they came into the playoffs with a 7-3 record. The record is better, but could the team do better than they did last year? Anna Dominguez was there as the Warriors got ready for war.
As the Warriors close out the regular season, they now turn their attention to the playoffs, where they're set to face Lawndale. And quarterback Drake Peabody says it's a tight-knit team, something that could help them make a deep run into the postseason.
We have more chemistry as a whole. I think it's just more of a team this year. Last year there's like small groups within a team. That didn't really work out too well. This year we're more close.
Another plus heading into Friday night's game, well, Coach Holt is somewhat familiar with Lawndale and their staff, and is hoping that also helps with adjustments he'll be making to his defense.
Well, we got to be real good on defense in the sense that, we get in the proper gaps and we take care of our responsibilities, because they've got some athletes over there that can make some things happen. And if we start freelancing and we don't go to the proper gap control, or if we don't do the right thing in their coverage, they're going to take advantage of it. Their athletes are very good. They have a very good running back, a couple of very good receivers. Their offensive line's big. So, we're in for a challenge. They've got all the right pieces in the right spots. So we just have to make sure that we're disciplined probably more than anything.
Last season, the Warriors were out in the first round. This season, they are hoping to regain some of that postseason success. Now, one of the challenges that this team is going to face is that they are dealing with an inexperienced roster.
Going into it, just guys that haven't played in the playoff games, it's a different atmosphere. Obviously, the level of competition goes up, and so we want to make sure that we can play in the moment and that we don't get, too hyped, and so we make mistakes, or that we don't come out with enough emotion. So, there's that fine line that we have to walk, and I'll be nervous until I see the first series or two and find out if we're ready to play or not.
But Peabody has been here before. He's coming off a hamstring injury, but says he is ready to go. And his leadership is something the team is going to need.
Just play a full, complete game. Keep our tempo up on offense and keep swarming to the ball on defense. Just play as hard as we can for full 4 quarters.
At practice this week, Coach's message to his players was to remind them to keep focus, because moving forward all depends on this game.
It's do or die, and it's you can't make too many mistakes, especially with a young team or inexperienced team. But at this point in this season, we can't say we're inexperienced. We can't use that for an excuse. We got to play, and you just got to play, air-free football as much as possible.
With the Sports Desk, I'm Anna Dominguez.
Thanks, Anna. So the West Warriors would go on the road to face the Lawndale Cardinals in the first round. Lawndale has outscored their last 2 opponents 121-6. Would West be able to slow them down and pick up their first round victory? Not this year. For the second consecutive year, the Warriors lose in the first round of the playoffs. They gave up 27 points in the second quarter as they suffer a lopsided loss to the Cardinals 48-14. Senior quarterback Drake Peabody had 142 yards passing with a touchdown. He also rushed for 1 score. The Warriors finished the season at 7-4. On October 14th, the North High Saxons lost to the losing Olympians by a score of 68-28. After that game, their record stood at 3 wins and 4 losses. One more loss and any hopes of making it to the playoffs was over. So Coach Todd Croce and his staff prepared North for what they needed to do so they could get where they wanted to be, in the playoffs with a chance. You know what they did? They got their chance. North reeled off 3 victories in a row and averaged over 40 points a game in those wins. to get their chance in the playoffs. North taking on St. Margaret's. North is on D at the beginning. They were pumped up, had the balloons out and everything, not giving up much in the running game for the Tartars. No room, North gets the ball and does some damage. Glenn Searcy does a quick pass out all the way down to the 3-yard line. The next play, Glenn Searcy on the quarterback sneak, and he sneaks his way up through the big nasties after a block PAT. North leads 6-0 early. Next possession, St. Margaret's George Krantz finds Ryan Cragen, who sprints in. Tartans go up 7-6. They made their field goal. Now the first play of possession for North, Searcy hands it to Chris Pineda. Strip, he fumbles the football. St. Margaret's gets great field position, and a few plays later, Krantz takes it in. 14-6, North trails. Now in the second quarter, Krantz connects with that young man again, Ryan Cragen. Check this out. Sprinting downfield, he takes it, moves around, takes a hit, and keeps on going. Touchdown, 21-6, the Tartans lead. Now, North is trying to get the O moving. Going for it on 4th down, but Malik Welch is stopped in the backfield. He's brought down. North turns the ball over again. St. Margaret's wastes no time. First play of the possession, Krantz to a streaking Austin Locke. 28-6, North trails with 1 minute left in the first half. Searcy is trying to close the gap and give the Saxons some momentum going into the locker room, but he is stripped. St. Margaret's ball. Time out. Let's get it together, fellas. We got to get it together. It is not over. It is not over yet. But another pass, another touchdown for St. Margaret. 35-6. North trails at the half, and they don't come back this time. North's season ends with a first-round blowout loss to St. Margaret's. Wow. 55-14. Losing to St. Margaret's. St. Margaret's reeled off 55 unanswered points to beat the Saxons. Even with the loss, the Saxons finished the season at 6-5, ending their 5th consecutive season with a winning record. Now, at the beginning of the season, the Bishop Montgomery Knights football team had a goal: get past the first round for the first time in school history. After a heartbreaking loss last year, seniors Bryce Matthews and Nemeka Ndozi told me that losing in the first round was not an option this year. Could they do something that has never been done for their school? Hosting a playoff game, they were ready. I love the way they get ready at the beginning of games. They get pumped up. They get the team ready. The crowd is rocking. These boys are ready to play some football. Both teams 7-3. Bishop coming into this one on a 3-game win streak. And they look like they were going to do something early. Watch the flea flicker. Bryce Matthews is wide open, catches the ball, and sprints all the way into the end zone. The extra point is blocked. So Bishop leads in this one 6-0. Pay attention to that. 6-0. Quartz Hill, right back, Manny Thomas takes it down inside the 5-yard line. The big man gets it inside. Then the quarterback, Matthew Tago, stays behind his line. Quartz Hill takes a 7-6 lead into the half. They take a 14-6 lead early in the third, and then it is Patrick Maloney. Heads around the corner on the keeper, barely touched. 21-6, Quartz Hill leads. Time runs out on the Knights, but Coach Hodgkiss says he could not be prouder of his boys.
There's no magic words after a loss. There's only one team in our division that's going to go away happy at the end of the year. So we'll regather on Wednesday and talk about it. The banquet's coming up, but we all kind of just take our own space right now. We were happy we were able to build a program where we're looked at to make the playoffs, something that Bishop wasn't always able to do, and be perennial contenders to win the league championship. We're proud of all those things. The next step for our program to take is to go further into the playoffs, and that's a goal still yet to be done.
A tough loss and a tough way to end the season for Bishop. Senior Bryce Matthews, one of the team's leaders, left the game with a back injury after the first quarter and was not able to return. 4 turnovers by the Knights didn't help either, as Bishop ends their season at 7-4. Still to come on the Sports Desk, a local softball star makes her choice of where her talents will be taken. Find out where Desiree Medina will be, and if it's close enough for us to see her play at the next level. All that and more when we come back.
She is 6 years old, and she is my very best friend.
I couldn't live alone without her. I spend a lot of time in my backyard. I feed the birds and the bees. I love my flowers. The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. I love them. They're my savior. And I look forward to the volunteers because they've all become my friends. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 5 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Now, if you're on Twitter or Instagram, hit me up at Byron Newsome TV. Not only will you get the latest sports updates, I'm sharing educational and motivational tidbits that will hopefully help you reach all of your goals. Now, one goal that Torrance Tartar standout Desiree Medina probably had was to help her softball team win. And she did that from the beginning, making her freshman debut for the Tartars in March of 2014. In her first game as a freshman, she went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a home run. Play like that might get you some attention if a person can keep it up. Well, Desiree could keep it up, and she did. And she did get some attention, garnering interest from a list of schools, but she made her choice this week. Desiree Medina will be taking her skill set to Loyola Marymount University. In 3 years, Medina has helped Torrance to a 75-29 record, 2 CIF final appearances, and 1 CIF title. One more season before she heads north and becomes a
I chose LMU because as soon as I walked on campus, I knew it was the best fit for me. I liked that they offer liberal studies, and I really liked the coaches, and yeah, I like it a lot.
Loyola Marymount picked up a few other athletes from the city of Torrance as well. South Torrance High School pitcher Nathan Critchett and Drake Pingle, a South graduate out of El Camino College, will be attending LMU. In softball, along with Desiree Medina from the area, Aliza Samada Umi from West will be headed to San Diego State. Bishop's Zia Norris to UCLA, and South Shelby Yonkin plans to sign with the University of Maryland. In basketball, Bishop's Jordan Shackle is set to sign with San Diego State, while teammate Ethan Thompson is headed north to Oregon State University. In girls basketball, Kaylee Atkinson from West is set to sign with New Mexico State. And in girls volleyball, this is just the start of all the young ladies that will be headed on to play in college, but she is one of the best. South's Gina Cortesi plans to play at Louisiana Tech. And while those young athletes are just getting started in their athletic careers, a couple of local legends are coming to the end of theirs. Coach LaValle Pattison is stepping down after 26 years as the women's volleyball coach at El Camino College. She was honored at the Warriors' final regular season home game on November 9th. Pattison is the only female athlete to win a community college state championship both as a player and as a coach. 14 Coach of the Year awards, 16 conference titles, and 2 state titles are just a few of the many things she accomplished in her time here. And while she may be hanging up her shoes for indoor volleyball, she won't be gone completely.
The great thing is that she's going to move on and coach beach for us, and that's the positive of it, that she's going to keep coaching and keep influencing young people as she's done for many years.
It's been fantastic. Just the students and the athletes have been fun, and they are exciting, and they bring different things. We have a different team and a different group of dynamics every year. some great memories and some problems, but they all work out all right. And I was super impressed to see so many quality people here tonight, and they have their own families now, and they're in their career, and they really look back and think it was a valuable experience, so I'm proud of that.
Also stepping down is Gene Engel. Engel spent 35 years coaching and working with the offensive line at Elko. Engel and Pattison are members of the ECC Athletic Hall of Fame, and both will remain on campus teaching in the Division of Health Sciences and Athletics. Congratulations to you both. Coming up next on the Sports Desk, see if that offensive line that Gene Engel coached could help the Warriors win against Long Beach City. And can the basketball team stay undefeated in their early season matchup with Southwestern? Scores and highlights coming up next.
We have this crazy thing going on today. I was just walking by, and all these DJs and producers are set up all around the city.
I just walked by and I said, "What's happening, guys?" And they told me they were making music.
It's the way you walk, it's the way you talk.
There were a lot of people that claimed they had no musical talent and then sat down and kind of made some really nice sounds.
I like this music.
Feel amped about today, inspired musically, about life.
They said I could play, so any chance to play at all. You know, that's my life. I love music.
Yeah, I saw do it.
Take a good look at yourself. Oh, yeah. And turn. Oh, very nice. Check that smooth backside one more time. No, really, check it. Do you see any changing or suspicious spots? It's your skin, and it's important. If you're a man over 50, you're in the group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the cancer that kills one person every hour. When detected early, skin cancer is highly treatable. Check yourself out and find someone else to help. Learn more about what to look for at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
We are back. Make sure you catch me on Instagram and Twitter. That's at Byron Newsome TV. Send me photos, videos, or just say what's happening. I'll be sure to hit you back. Now, when Coach Gifford Lindheim left Santa Monica College to take over for legendary Coach John Featherstone at Elko, he didn't expect it to be easy. He knew he would have work to do, and he was determined to do it, trying to end this season on a high note, taking on Long Beach City College. At home for the final time this year, Elko 0-0 in the first quarter. Paul Meyer play action finds Marcus Moore at the 40-yard line wide open, and he takes it in for 6. The Vikings lead 7-0 in the first. Elko has to punt. Meyer finds Jalen Watson this time, who breaks loose, makes it all the way across the field. All the way across. Yet, all the way to the 9-yard line. Long Beach with a 60 and a now 56-yard reception in the first quarter. Jason Floyd cashes in. Long Beach goes up 14-0 with 3:37 left in the first quarter. El Camino gets into Viking territory. John L. Jackson with the carry around the right side, 14 yards. He had 113 yards total leading Elko's ground attack. The second part of the 1-2 punch, Donovan Davis with an 18-yard carry. First down Elko coming up on 3rd and 5. David Seals finds Eric Henneman for an 8-yard touchdown. Henneman leads the team with 7 visits to pay dirt on the season, 26 receptions for 397 yards this year. It's 14-7 ball game in the second quarter when Jason Floyd finds some room down to the Elko's 17-yard line. 3 plays later on 1st and goal, Meyer to Tyree Harris. LBCC leads 20-7. Elko goes for it on 4th down and fails. LBCC comes right back down. Jason Floyd with a 2-yard rushing touchdown. It's the second rushing touchdown of the game. 27-7 Elko trails. The Warriors had some chances. David Seal passes to Zaire Andre, but just out of reach. The Warriors trail 34-7 late in the quarter when David Seals steps back, takes a lick, and connects with Damian Bernard. 51 yards down to the Long Beach 3-yard line. 2 plays later, 2nd and goal. Nicholas Hudson scores from 3 yards out. Now it is 34-14. Okay. Trailing 41-17 in the third. Double deuce. Double D. Donovan Davis takes it 56 yards. There is none. To the house, baby. 41-23 is the score. Elko trails, but they are coming back now. 1st and 10 for Long Beach. Myers passes intercepted by Floyd Allen. Elko gets the football right back, ladies and gentlemen. On 4th and 3, they hand it to Nicholas Hudson, busts through the line, goes 38 yards for the score. 2-point conversion fails, 41-29, Elko trails now. Long Beach scores, making it 48-29, but David Sills finds Trayvon Dean, who leads the team in receptions with 29 on the year for a score to make it 48-36, but that would be it for the game and the season. The Warriors lose this one 48-36. David Sills has 153 yards passing and 2 touchdowns through the air. John L. Jackson led the ground attack with 113 yards rushing. The Warriors finished the season with a 4-6 record. But here's the good news. That's the same record Coach Lindheim had after his first season at Santa Monica College, before they went on a 5-year run of conference championships. That should make you very excited about the future of Elko football. Now, the men's basketball team, on the other hand, says that their bright future is now. They are starting the season off winning, and they are putting their unblemished record up against the Southwestern Jaguars. At home again, leading 9-5 early, Brandon Guerrero finds the lane and places a floater so nicely. 11-5 Warriors lead. Then in transition, Guerrero finds Martir DeMarco for 3. The Warriors press, no one's there, so they steal the ball. Kewan Pond steals layup. Elko leads by 8 in the first quarter. Southwest comes right back though. Benny Mokili from long range, check this out. 15-10 Warriors lead. Pons goes for a steal here. Christian Tamburini. Tamburini with the crossover drive. Teardrop 3-point game, ladies and gentlemen, after a turnover. Tamburini again, this time from 3. This boy's bad. Free throws. Now, he goes again for a 3. So, okay, we need to stop them. We need to stop these 3-pointers because they're getting pretty good and they're going to beat us if we don't stop them. Brandon Harris does it, and he does what he does best. Hits a jumper. Warriors up 24-22. Pressure on D. Leads to another turnover. Jamal Heckard with the deflection. Guerrero drives, gets it back to Heckard, who delivers. Warriors lead. Then, down 3, Tamburini. On the break to Mokili. Do they ever shoot 2s? Have you seen them shoot a 2 yet? I hadn't. 3-pointer, and can we stop leaving this man open again, please? Another 3. The Warriors trailed by as many as 7 early, but went on to lead 57-46 at the half. 57-46, the Warriors win it by 16 points, 110-94. Jamal Heckard led the way with 15 points, 4 assists, and 5 steals. The Warriors have started the season off with 3 wins in a row. Also in action at 16-007 Crenshaw, the men's soccer team is trying to end their season better than they started, taking on Chaffee. It was early. Torrance highs Marcos Ambrose to Yushi Kato. Chaffee with an aggressive D stopping the Warriors. Chaffee on the move. Jonathan Umani is coming up because he has some fast feet and he can move really fast, fast footwork and everything, and bam! Chaffee goes up 1-0, they lead. Trying to go up 2. Alan Lara gets it across field to Giovanni Lopez, but Elko's Hector Gutierrez makes the sliding save off the head face area. Nice play. Chaffee still up 1. Elko cannot get a break. Joshua Bustos, right in. He hit it off one of our players. Dashi Arahara into the net. Elko down 2 at 37-36 mark. Trying to make it up and score off his shoulder. Daichi Ahari steals it, and Chaffee pass and heads down the field full speed, but no, they are there. Chaffee on a steal. Giovanni Lopez, Joshua Bustos. Yeah, in there. Chaffee led 3-0 at that point, and they went on to beat Elko by a score of 5-1. One more game before the season was over. Elko loses it to Cerritos by a score of 3-2. The Warriors end their rough season with 1 win, 17 losses, and 2 ties. The ladies' season went a little better. They were undefeated until October, had a few bumps in the road, but they straightened things out. Could they finish the season strong with a couple of wins? Tied at 0 early, Chafee trying to go up. Melanie Lopez with the kick that Olivia Hooper scoops up. Nothing. Chafee's Alyssa Melendez to Victoria Stroman. Elko's Kersey Orseep is there trying to steal the ball. Before she can do that, she scored over Olivia Hoover's head. 1-0 Chafee. Chafee attempted 11 shots on Olivia Hoover. That was the only one that got by. Elko only had 3 shots on the goal, all 3 being stopped by Kenya Granada of Chafee. As the Warriors lose this one, 1-0. The ladies also had a match against Cerritos to end their regular season. They lost that one 5-0. The ladies from Elko finished with an 11-6-4 record on the season. A lot of seasons are ending, but quite a few are just beginning, and we will be covering them all right here for you. Well, that's all the time we have this week on the Sports Desk. Make sure you tune in next time. We've got the Torrance sports scene on lock from the little kids all the way up to the big kids. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and don't forget to sprinkle your school spirit my way, and I'll be sure to get you on. For the Sports Desk, I'm your host, Byron Newsome. Keep rising to the top, Torrance. We'll see you next time.